I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that mean me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that mean me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that mean me not say it. Know who score, that mean me not say it. Never know no game play, that mean me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Yes, indeed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all the people out there in YouTube land. I hope you had a wonderful day. It is that day when we do our schoolboy football show. And this one is going to be a very, 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 very interesting one, a very good one, as we have all our semi-finalists for the Manning Cup. And we have 3 semi-finalists for the Da Costa Cup. We also have 7 teams that have already secured their spot in the Champions Cup. And then we have all the Ben Francis teams and all the Walker Cup teams. The competition is on a break until 2022. So we all need to guess who is out and who is through. So here is what I want you to do. Once you come on, please, as usual, we ask you to hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button. We don't like to get into our content and taking breaks to say, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe. So we say it up front at the beginning. It helps with the algorithms, right? So please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the content, all right? And we say that at the front end, and then at the back end, we will make mention of it. I also want to get all my Edwin Allen people back in, all my Stets people back in, all my Monroe people back in, my people from out in the East back into this. I want to see all the Mona High fans back into this. I want to see you all. I want to see you all. I want to see you all. I want to see all the CC that wears the red and yellow. I want to see all of you back tonight in the chat talking about your schools. Don't leave them because you have been knocked out of the DaCosta Cup, because some are still in the Walker Cup, the Ben Francis Cup. So still come out and support your team. But firstly, I must say this. On the DaCosta Cup side, I predict that Clarendon College will come out of that group. Those games have been pushed back, and I still don't see Clarendon losing their last game. And if Clarendon wins their last game, then they are through. And they play McGrath, who has no points, and the only thing McGrath can play for is possibly a Ben Francis Cup slot. So there's something in the game for them. But I think Clarendon, this is my prediction, Clarendon will come out. Clarendon will win, which would set up a very interesting semi-final pairing for the DaCosta Cup. Wow, wow, wow. We would see Clarendon College going up against Garvey Maceo, the Cubans, versus CC. That will be an interesting matchup. What that will also mean is that one team from Clarendon is guaranteed to be in the finals of the DaCosta Cup. All right, so you'll have one team from Clarendon in the finals. It's either going to be Clarendon College or Garvey Maceo. Now, the other semi-final is very, very interesting. Welcome, Jay Simit. Because Mannings, after 9 years, people, take it from me. 2012, Mannings were in the semifinals. And after 9 years, several times into the quarterfinals, several times into the second round, Mannings are back in the semi-finals again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I want to say hearty congratulations to all the players, the teaching staff, the coaching staff, MSAF, which is the Manning School Alumni Football Foundation. Big name. They have been instrumental, along with Mr. Gordon, the principal, and Rosa, and Coach Tomlinson, and all those players in mobilizing the funds necessary, the support necessary, and the players necessary to propel the 1738 into the semi-finals, and I am one happy camper. Yeah, I did. Can't say me never did I want ya. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Fever right now, man, is have them in a fever. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, I'm knocking out stuff. I'm so excited about the progress of their man in school, our ancient light of learning. Yes, we're in the semifinals, people. I am so happy. And guess what? We'll be going up against a very well oiled machine in Dintil. In fact, many are calling us underdogs. Listen, at Mannings, we don't deal with dog, much less the under. We call ourselves the not so fancy, the underdog business, and Mannings can't be in a same sentence. We now go work with that. All right. All right. So let me just get some comments, and then our panelists, they're going to jump on in. We're going to talk a little bit about Dintil. We're the Dintil people. See so many persons out here already. Jason with bless up, bless up. Fresh God, big up. People Liverpool, blessing, blessing. People, mind your style of people. No, mix up with everything, the people. Man, is look good. All around team with skillful players. There you go, Chris Wayne. Really, people, if you watch the game that they played on television, I don't think, though they look good, it was not their best game. But you can see that it's a quality team with quality players. I mean, Rodney, the number 12, is very good. The former under 15 representative, the captain Shamar Hamilton, very good player. The center forwards, Jamara Hall and Porter as well up there. Then you have in center back, you have Q on one side. Very good team. The Williams in goal is very good. You have Abina Wallace, you have Rashawn Graham, you have Javid Williams. A very good team. Very good team. I like the way how they pass the ball around, you know. And they play the game smart. They didn't overexert themselves to try and score plenty goals and then be caught on the counter. I think the Monroe team knew that they had to win. They never pressed the game because Mannings, I think, dominated the midfield. But that was a brilliant goal by the young fella from Monroe. Quality strike. Quality strike. It's just a pity that it wasn't enough to take his team through. But that was a quality strike. I also believe that header from the Mannings number 7, the MVP for the game, Abina Wallace, was an excellent header. People, and the one who kicked the corner, Rashawn Graham. Listen, I can tell you, I think these guys are going to do well. I would love to see them at the end of this season get into a professional setup where their development are enhanced because they want to be professional footballers. All right, somebody asking here, Mannings man, you're going to get beat. Damian Shuku Kelly said that. Shuko, Shoko, 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 Shoko. Careful now, Shoko. What you talking about? Shoko, what makes you so confident that Mannings will lose the semi-final? Why? Because I'm Mannings man? Or have you watched both teams and you believe, based on what you have seen from both teams, Dintil is better than Mannings? Or you just are speaking, just because you're probably connected to Dintil? I don't know. But how did you come to that conclusion? That's the question. Defeat come January 12th. Here next man said that Chris Wayne Dintil go. I go get them first defeat come January 12th. All right. All right. And then Chris Wayne says, Jason, the winner of Mannings Dintil will win. You know what? I believe so. I believe whoever wins this semifinal will win the D Cup. I really believe. I really believe so. I think one of these two teams are going to win the DaCosta Cup. Indeed. Indeed. Between Mannings and Dintil. Now, I got an opportunity to see the Garvey Massey game. But to me, it was a nothing game because, I mean, I don't know if St. Thomas Technical came to play. And I thought there were things about the From performance that I had some question marks about. I don't know what happened, why the goal stopped scoring, but it almost like From decided, okay, you have enough now, so let's start playing. Dental technical. Glendale Facey. Deeds, not words. All right. Life without learning is death. That is the Manning's motto. Remember that. So Manning's and they were kicking the ball up in the air. Wait, hold on. Shoko, where did you see Manning's kicking the ball up in the air? Listen, there was a sequence of passes, several occasions, where they went from goalkeeper to right center back to left center back to the left back to the central midfielder, back out to the left, all the way, and they moved the ball. So I don't know. There was one occasion when they had 16 consecutive passes. When they played against Happy Grove, the goal that they scored started from the goalkeeper, one touch passes all the way up to the finish. So I don't know. But the team looked good. I will tell you this, that Dintil, you see, here's the difference, people. I'm an honest and fair person. Dintil is a good team. And Dintil can beat Mannings. If Mannings don't show up, I'm telling you, Dintil will beat them because they're a quality team. Here's the problem some people have. They cannot say our next team is good. And that will be to their demise. Because if Dintil believe that they are superior to everybody else, they are going to get beat. Can't say me never did I warn you. Because Mannings is no joke. Remember some of these Dintil players, the ones from Mount Pleasant. Know the ones from Mount Pleasant on the Mannings team. Just wait to know that. J. Ross. Yeah, man, it looked like a Mannings here this year. Indeed. Things are looking good, my friend. Looking good. Totally neutral here since my school is in Manning Cup section. But from what I have seen, Dintil look like best of the rural schools. All right. Editor in chief, I can understand that. I would say that they I would say this. Dintil, they have looked a whole lot better than some of the other teams. That's just being fair. However, I must say some of the other teams came through some more difficult zones than Dintil. So you understand me that you have to weigh that in the balance as well. You have to weigh that in the balance. Jay Smith says, Chris Wayne, your man without a doubt. Man is all the way still. We are gonna bust through Dintil defense. I like how Jay Smith confident. Garvey may say no good. Clarendon College, I kill them. Garvey must say it's not good. Ah, boy, I don't know. I don't like to say those things about teams, that teams are not good, because they don't get where they are by luck alone. Sir Clark. Yeah, this is the second time in recent times. I remember we had a semi-final against Veer. I think at that time Elder may have been there. And I'm not sure, but that Veer team was a good team, and one of the assistant coaches was on that Manny's team, and he got red carded, and that's how we lost that game. And then the last time Glenmuir defeated us 3-2, we gave that away. That was when I think Dwayne Carr and Melvin Blair. I mean, that was a good Manny's team, and I think they should have done a whole lot better. I believe that was 2012. So it's been a while. And it's very good, because some of these schools are like a Manning school is more focused on the educational side. So when you see them coming through in something like this, I am very, very, very happy. They don't have the kind of recruitment like other schools have. So they normally have kids there from first all the way through the ranks. I know they have added players in recent times, but generally that's their pattern. And so I like to see other schools who are more educationally focused and centered do well in competitions like these, because it just helps us to all understand that it's not just one way. Yeah. We are far better. Oh, so Shuku, you're a Dintil man. No, no, that you say, man. What makes Dintil far better? Like let's reason the football, all right? You can say that the only thing you can say is that you have conceded less goal because the amount of goals that have been scored, they're very, very similar. But when you look at the goals that Manins have conceded, I mean, brilliant goal by the Monroe player, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant goal by the Monroe player in the last game. Coming into that game, they have only conceded 4 goals, and a couple of those goals were penalties awarded against them. All right, so you have to bear some of those things into consideration as well, because it doesn't necessarily mean that they were broken down for the goals to score. Unfortunate penalties were awarded, in my opinion. So you have to look at those things because the eye test is as important as the statistics that you see there. And don't look at a team one game performance. So I have had the opportunity to watch Mannings over a few games, and I've also watched Dintil over a few games. And I think they are evenly matched. I think up front, Mannings is better. I think defensively, Dintil is better. So if Mannings, listen, and tell you this, Mannings will score. The game against Monroe was the first time that they failed to score 2 goals. So they will score against Dintil. So Dintil will need a minimum of 2 goals to beat Mannings. Mark my words. Champion Cup should be good. Mannings or Dintil versus a KC. Yeah. Listen, I am very excited about this Champions Cup because I think, I will say this, with the exception of KC, I think all the other teams are evenly matched. In fact, I think the Dacosta Cup teams, with the exception of the one that meets KC, could all come through into the Champions Cup. That's what I believe. The Dacosta Cup semi-finalists as a whole, in my opinion, that is. I need the other panelists to come and share what they think, right? Are stronger, in my opinion. The Costa Cup 4 as a whole are stronger than the 4 in the Manning Cup. Because one of the Manning Cup semi-finalists is a best third place team. The other Manning Cup semi-finalist is a fourth place team. The 4 Da Costa Cup semi-finalists are all first in their zones. So I think as a whole, the Da Costa Cup semi-finalists are stronger. So I am thinking that KC is going to go through to the semi-finals of the Champion Cup and the 3 other Da Costa Cup teams. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know it all, but we have our first panelist, Dintil all the way. This one is for Frank Brown. Hey, I'd love Frank Brown to get one with what is going on with him. But I don't know if Mannings are willing to allow that to happen. Sir Maxwell, how you doing? Welcome to
Yes,
the
man. I'm loud and clear. Everything good tonight, man. How's everything?
We're talking about some Da Costa Cup here, man. Talking about the Mannings versus Dintil semi-final clash. And looks like it's going to be Clarendon College versus Garvey Maceo in the other
Yeah,
semi-final.
all Clarendon clash there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And what say you? I know you have had the opportunity to probably be, peep on a couple of the games. So what say
Well, well, look here. Based off of what's happened so far, right? Let me tell you, 2 teams so far in schoolboy football have stood out, right? And we yet to see if these are going to be the big teams in the Da Costa Cup. Right now, no disrespect to Mannings because I think they have done very well, but Dintil, Dintil, Dintil. They are looking like they are going to be. I can't say the KC for the rural area, but right now they are looking like they might be the team. They might be the team. But Mannings, they have a very good program. They had a little stutter the other day against the Wiley Old Fox with Monroe. But I think we're going to have a very interesting semi-final. I can tell you. I think, to be honest, the three best teams in the competition for the Costa Cup at this stage are in the semi-finals. I don't think we have any issues there. And I think the fourth should be Clarendon, barring any issues. You know, I think Stets can count themselves a little unlucky to an extent, because once their Tasman went out the other day, but that's not a good sign because one person coming out and then the team literally falling apart. They couldn't score.
Who sets?
Yeah,
That's what happened in the game. They took out somebody and they couldn't
no
score.
man. I think it's Brown. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's his name. He's one of the midfielders, but he adds a lot to attack. Once he got injured, that was it for them. That was literally it. Once he came off, I think they may have scored once after he came off, and that was it.
Oh, he was injured.
Right. It looked like their team to me. That's never a good sign. Once a team revolves too heavily around one player, you're gonna have a problem. So and they just could not score, and they needed to have scored to have gotten ahead of Gavin Masio, which they didn't have a problem scoring. They were free flowing. They were racking up the goals in that 12.
Yeah.
So I really feel it for the teams from the East. We're yet to see any teams from the Eastern end making that sort of impact, in all of the years that the Costa Cup has been going on. It's been a while. I can't remember anybody in recent memory.
The Titchfield teams did well. Remember what Titchfield went to, I think, a final with Frome.
That's quite some time now. That's what I mean, in recent memory.
And Alva's Paul Borgo team did well.
How far did Alphas' team go, by the way? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember it going very far.
Semi-finals, yeah.
Semis? Okay.
I think they may have gone to the semi-finals.
And not 100%, but I remember he did carry the team to and that might have been the last St. Thomas team.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we're looking to see what happens in the Clarendon match. I think I know what I expect. I expect Clarendon at this stage to show their pedigree. So we should be seeing them to joining Dintil, Mannings, and Garvey Masio, in the semi-final.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for right there.
Yeah. And let me just say this because Jay is responding. And it's so true that on the Manning subject, they have, I think they have like 10, probably 10 players with between 7 to 10 subjects.
Wow. No, man, that is impressive.
Yeah. So,
Question.
yeah.
How many of those? All of those are players that have come right through Mannings, or you have a number of imports?
No, man. Listen, the money. If what Mannings have is probably 2 or 3 persons. Most of these guys have been there from the under 14, under 16. It's the same set of guys they have been carrying through. I think they have probably 3 additions to the team.
Oh, man, that sounds good.
Yeah, so educationally they are well balanced as well. I mean, I guess other schools could probably boast the same thing, but I only know of this. So if your school is similar, you can let me know. But here's what this David Kelly. This must be trolling. The man says Mannings will not score. You went 1-1 with rubbish Monroe that should have gotten beaten by Happy Grove. Like as I'm saying that, Damien, come on, man. Shook.
Come on, Damien.
Hold on there. You sounded so good until you said that rubbish Monroe. But you can say that.
Man.
What makes it
lost it for him right there?
Yeah, come on, man. Nobody put them comment there. The people are gonna laugh off you if you say them things, man. You sound I think you know the football better than that. Listen, remember, the problem you have is that I am saying to you, Dintil is a good team. I am saying to you, Dintil can beat Mannings. You just can't see a next team good. So you're not really reasoning football. When you see a team can't score on your team, you can't say that when you reason football. Come on, man. Let's talk real football. You understand me? But never underestimate coaches to say that Monroe is rubbish when they have a Jackie Walters mean that you don't really understand the football.
Definitely doesn't. He doesn't know who Jackie Walters is. I think that's the problem. He has no idea who Jackie Walters is and his record.
Yeah. Yeah, and see somebody
Yes,
saying that
sir. I'm
Man is a
saying.
quality team, plus we only needed a draw, and that game wasn't Man's best. And we said that the team was was playing very conservative because they know they didn't have to win. Somebody saying that, see, I told you, Maxwell, no rate Clarendon College, man say we literally rank fourth in the semis.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Clarendon Clark says
Not finished yet.
yeah, here's it. Clarendon Clark says the Da Costa Cup semi boiled down to the coaches. Coaches can make a difference. O'Neil Thomas is more tactical than Tomlinson, while Garden and Lenny is balanced on the schoolboy level. There you go. At this point, it is coaching. I'm telling you. Who is a smarter coach? Who is tactically wiser? Because sometimes you just need to make one adjustment to shift the pendulum in these. Because remember, this is not a zone game. You have nothing to lose. This is a semi-finals. There are teams that will set up to go to penalties. You understand me? So this is semi-finals. Don't underestimate the wisdom of coaches when it gets down to the business end of competition. And I think sometimes they don't put enough value on the importance of coach, like Clennon Clark is saying. Unseen, the man who is the coach. What say you?
Big up, big up, big up. Oh, Mr. Park, oh, Mr. Park. I'm late, you know.
Yes,
Big
man.
up, yes.
We don't reach Manning Cup yet. We're just talking about the Costa Cup. I have kind of alluded to the fact that I think Clarendon College is going to make it.
Should.
Should, yeah.
Yeah, same for me. I think Clarendon College will brush past Magra tomorrow over by Dintil. I think the game is still on for tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to be at that match. See if I can get some interview for you and stuff for the show. Yeah, but for me, for the Mannings game in the semi-final, the Mannings and the Dintil game, for me, Sir Maxwell, I think Mannings play exciting football for the fans. People love to watch Mannings play, especially when Rodney catch the ball and his tricks and stuff like that. Quality player, but I think Dintil have an overall team in every areas, better than Mannings by watching the two of them play. So I give Dintil the edge, Whereas they have a no goals are scored on them so far from 9 games.
That's
What
a
do you
key
think?
thing when you're going into the semifinals, Yeah, how your concessions of goals, that makes a big difference.
So I think that's why anybody will give Dintil the edge. But the ball is round and Mannings can pull off anything at any time. You have quality players. Right, Mannings, man?
Yeah, no, listen, let me tell you, man. Listen, like Damian Kelly saying, when you come on to Dintil, this is the greatest schoolboy team ever in the history of Jamaica football. Nobody can even score upon them. You understand me? When you come on to Damian Kelly, no, Damian Kelly, that is Dintil status. No worry yourself. And game day, you'll find out. Venue for the D Cup semi-final, please. I think it's going to be Catherine Hall.
It's
They have
catching.
Catherine Hall and Steds. So there are 2 different days. So I think what they're going to do is to play the Dintil Mannings game at Catherine Hall and play the Garvey Maceo Clarendon College game in St. Elizabeth. Because it's easier for those 2 teams on the South Coast to come there. And for like Dintil to probably come on the highway. I think that's what they're going to do. But those are the venues that they're going to use. Catherine Hall and St. Elizabeth Technical, but they have not decided yet. But I mean, what do you think of these 4 teams from the Da Costa Cup going into a Flow Cup versus Charlie Smith, Stats, JC, and KC. How you think the matchups are going to go? And I mean, yeah.
Well, Maxwell, go ahead.
Well, look here. We're looking at What we're looking at is we're looking at Dintil, we're looking at Mannings, Garver Masio, and I expect Clarendon going up against a JC, KC, Stats, Charlie Smith. Let me tell you what's going to happen this year. This year we're going to see Da Costa Cup teams dominating. Dominating. I'm going to tell you. I personally, when you if you match them up with a JC, KC, Stats, and Charlie Smith, I I can only see KC for sure surviving all the way. JC, they should, but apart from that, the Stats and the Charlie Smith, I can't see them matching up against any of them. It doesn't matter who, right? Can't see them going very far.
For me, though,
So
man is man. For me, though, man is man. It's going to be a draw, right? Like a raffle like thing.
yeah, they're going to have
Right.
a draw.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's going to be one versus one and so on. But
Right.
you and then you have your semis. But I can tell you, one of the semis is basically how I'm seeing it. Might be very well an all rural team. You know, look at it.
Yeah, I
I
think
can tell you.
I think here's what I think. I think regardless of the matchup, I
No.
honest like regardless of the matchup, I'm almost feeling like two of the D Cup teams are almost sure to go through in my head. Because and here's why, at least two. And let me tell you why. I think the D Cup teams that I have seen, the four of them, looks like they have more quality than Stats and Charlie Smith, in my opinion.
That's true. That's true.
Look here. Depending on the draw, if Dintil gets JC, you might have three teams going through. Let me just put it that way.
There you go. You could have that too.
You can have three teams. I'm telling you. I am personally, the draw is there. That's the whole thing. But depending, right? Depending on who gets who, as I said, I made my thing known from the start that for me, I don't see anybody coming close to KC, but JC can be beaten. That's obvious from even though they are picking up steam. I think at this stage,
Sir
Hold on.
Paul.
Let me
Yeah.
tell Neo. Hold on. Let me just tell Neo. We sent you the link, Neo. We sent you and CC the link, So you guys need to jump on.
yeah, man. Neo has the link, man. I sent it to him. Tell him to check.
We sent it to
Sir
him too.
Paul.
Yeah, man.
Sir Paul. Man is man. I didn't face KC. It's going to be a cracking match. That match is going to be one of the biggest match, I think. In the preseason, KC and Dintil playing was a one love. KC won one love, and Dintil team they didn't have these players now that are playing, these quality players now that are playing.
Same thing for KC.
But I can't tell you this. Watching the game, Dintil miss about 10 chances. Them get 10 miss. But when the game start, Dintil miss about 10 chances. And dominate the game position wise and shots on target. KC score a goal, a run of play. The keeper was out of his box, and the youth just box it over and made and score. That's the one thing with KC. They're clinical.
Let me tell you something. Let me teach you something with KC.
Let me tell you something about football.
Mhm.
All right. If you were on the field by yourself, you would have scored.
True.
The point I'm trying to make is that I don't like when people say teams could have done this, could have done that. Because the truth is, the reason why you couldn't do it is because I was on the field. Even if I was a statue, the statue made a difference. All right? So I always tell people, boy, yes, boy, if we did score all, listen, the reason why you never score, because if I was not on the field, you would have scored it. If you were playing by yourself, you would have. So the reason why you didn't score is because somebody was there, even if they were being a statue. So I'm learning that, boy, stop making excuses. You lose, you lose.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you how the game went, what I see in the game.
As I said,
Same
You
like
have to
Jamaica
look.
versus USA, you know. You could say Jamaica would have win that game. The referee didn't, give
Look
away the
here.
goal.
You have to look at the personnel on the
Or
field.
Bobby Reed would have scored. Same thing would say.
But USA could have said that, listen, if we had made that pass better, we would have scored.
You can't use pass. You use chances.
Well, let me tell you something. Kingston College is known most times when they play in practice matches, they
Yeah.
normally have one team somewhere else. They never,
All
most
of them
times, they
stars.
never go full
Most of
strength.
them, most of them stars play. All them who we see are playing now, the Pierce them
Well,
didn't
I
play
know,
again.
well, I can tell you.
All of
So there are a number of them that weren't even in the island. There were a
But I
couple of
sure
them I know that wouldn't have been there.
the Dintil the youth from Mount Pleasant Mills wasn't there. Hutchinson wasn't there from Dintil. You understand me? There was other players. So Dintil play Casey, it's going to be a cracking game. I don't know who will win that game. I won't predict that game. We just listen for that result.
So the
Don't
game,
bet your house on Dintil, though.
yes, but the
Don't
game,
bet. Look here. Only a foolhardy person this year was going to
Listen.
bet against Casey.
Listen, you see, if you're going to score a goal for Dintil, you have to score something that is spectacular. You can't score for a keeper so easy. That's what I would say.
but you see, here's the thing that, like, listen, and I'll say this. I have to I start reasoning football differently. I'm telling you. You see, on the field of play, there are many factors that cause a goal. Not just the passing, the pressure of the moment, tactical adjustments. We can't just say, listen, this is a good keeper and sing. Goal scorer and who is the number one goalkeeper? Neuer. Go score on him. And they are not excellent goal, but the pressure of the moment cause things. These are crunch moments and critical games. So there are other factors that we have to consider when it get to this thing. Remember, also look at it this way. You could also somebody could say, listen, Dintil has gotten here many times and failed. What makes them believe that they're gonna go now? Because this is not the first that they have had. Remember, they had a team with Roddy, Murray, and all of those guys. So it is somebody could say, listen, they always get here and fail. Just like Arsenal, a person can say, listen, Arsenal always in Champions League and never win it yet. So somebody else could say, look at the history. Based on history, Clarendon has more experience playing from semi to final and win it. When they get to the stage, a Clarendon man can say, listen, when it gets to the stage, Clarendon by experience always get it right to win the final. And they would not be wrong.
But man is man. But I can use current stats and beat that point. I could say based on stats now, no goals are scored on Dintil. They played 9 games. And they scored 25 goals. No goals are scored on Dintil. Now that simply means their defense line is doing well and their keeper is doing well. Right or wrong, Sir
Well,
Paul?
their defense line, it means their defense line is very good. It doesn't naturally all the while mean that the keeper is very good.
No. But in Jamaica, it's not like in MLS where they use shots and keeper and stuff like that. If they're going to give the keeper golden gloves, they're going to look at how much goals scored on them.
All right. So Parchment, let's work. Let's take your argument.
Okay.
So because no goal has been scored against Dintil.
Right. That
You're
means
saying,
a lot.
No, man. Just work with me now. So your position is Dintil can win the Doncaster Cup because no goal has been scored against them in the run of play. Clarendon comes into the game and says, listen, we don't need to score against Dintil in the 90 minutes to win the finals because we know they don't concede. So let's play it out to a draw because we know that we have the better penalty kickers. What I'm saying to you is that when it comes down to semi-final and final games, everything changes. And I don't think we are factoring those things in. It's almost like records go through and stats go through the window because these are one-off games. One-off games with a lot of pressure, a lot of planning, a lot of preparation is needed. So you can't write off anybody. You can't
You can't write off anybody.
You can't write off anybody.
No, you can't write off anybody.
But we have a CC man in the building. So maybe he needs to come and speak for CC and not me. I speak for Mannings.
Listen, as I said, Yeah, like Maxwell speak for KC. But you see, what I want to say is Parchment. When Parchment have a point, this is the reason why them say in the army they train boys and not men. Cause yeah, if you train a man like Parchment, you not change him stuck in him ways.
No,
So
because
people opinion is
CC, we're
people
talking
opinion
that
is
is, you know.
gotcha.
We're
Hold
talking that
on,
it is.
hold on. All I'm
And so,
saying is
so far, I'm not wrong.
no. Well, listen. But watch out. If you pick a team that like the Intel, maybe you can say oh, so far you're not wrong. But as I said, a lot of persons are underestimating Clarendon College, and they underestimated Clarendon College from the first kick of the ball. Even after that Glenmore game that we got 1-0, there was a lot of, I told you, look at Clarendon College, they got beaten. That's the first game we lost in like the past three Dakasta Cup campaign. The first game. You understand? So, like, it was like everybody was underestimating the team.
No,
Manins,
this is one of the weakest Clarendon sides in for about 3 years.
no, but
This
what
is
I'm
one of the
saying is,
weakest.
listen, 90% of the teams, they are one of the weakest. Most of the teams, probably only KC have retained some form of strength in terms of their
But
last team.
you're playing good football.
Hold on, no. Clarendon College game, the last game that Clarendon College played, even though the game was a 2-0 game, management, I've never seen a game much more control. Remember, I was telling you, management, earlier on, no, that the guys never look fit from the early get-go. They never look like they played a full 90. And that game the other day, even in that game, they totally dominated, controlled the game. Some persons would see a 2-0 scoreline, but there was only one team on the park, management. In the game, there was only one team on the park. There's only one team I could look at and say that team would have been a winner in that game.
That was against Cornwall College.
No, not the Cornwall College game against Manchester.
Oh, the Manchester game.
Man, them totally outplayed
Well,
Manchester.
I watched that game on TV, but it was, I think your first game against Edwin Allen was better than the game on TV, in my opinion.
But that is the thing, man. But man, in the first game against Edwin Allen, they only played 45 minutes. I'm not saying that was their best game, you know. But in terms of, if you watch them versus Manchester, you can realize that they're controlling the game, the tempo of the game. Manchester
Yeah,
had no. Manchester.
Game,
Manchester, they dominate, but this is the point now. You're at a semi-final. Remember, in the mornings, I said this to everybody. When we play Agave Masia recently, them have them recent history where they won the Costa Cup. But when you're playing against Clarendon College, you're not playing against 2021 Clarendon College. You're playing against Clarendon College who have won 9 Costa Cup, who have won multiple Ben Francis, who have won Oliver Shields. So even though it's the present construct of the team, there's this still this gravitas when facing a Clarendon College. You understand? So I won't say we have the best out and out team because from the football that I'm seeing being played, the teams are level in terms of the football being played, meaning that anybody can get beat come the semi-final round. Anybody can get beat.
That's what I think. If you don't turn up,
anybody that don't turn up.
Let me say this as well, CC, and then I'll let Ansin and then Maxwell. Look, we need to jump over to the Manning Cup.
Yeah.
Let me say this, right? Some coaches choose when to have a bad game. And some coaches don't coach thinking that they're going to have a bad game. And when their bad game come, they can't recover from it.
Yeah.
Right? The question, like all of those things, like if you don't have a bad game, like I hear someone say something that Mannings have been in different situations. They have been in situation to hold on to lead, come back into game by scoring. The only situation Dintil has been in is to score and lead. So how will they respond when a team score on them?
Mannings, just look at it. Last Dakasta Cup season, right? Clarendon College had their worst game. Which game? It's not even in the Dakasta Cup. They're their worst game at the National Stadium in the finals of the Champions Cup. Because that
Against
KC
who?
team had no business beating Clarendon College.
They didn't have the worst game. They play good. They just get beaten. Good goal
But
score point.
unseen, mean at the stadium unseen. What you talk about? Like the
They
worst
play good.
game Clarendon
So,
College played. The
hold on. You
worst
can't
game.
play. You can't lose a game and play good.
I did not say that, but they did not have they did
Come
not
on,
have
man.
a good game.
Come on. That goal they
It's
alone.
their
That goal they
worst
kill
game.
any team. That goal they kill any team. Come on, man.
Unseen.
I'm
You know
going to
what I'm
let
saying?
Unseen. Hold on, CC. I'm going to let Unseen come. Let me just big up some of the people.
Yeah.
Mas Salaman, Kebran.
Sir Paul.
Hold on, Unseen. There was an ex Dintil man in here before you, you know. That is Daniel Smith. Big up yourself as well. Steven Mitchell just arrived in the building. I don't see top 10 yet. I don't see top 10 yet from Edwin Allen. I don't see any Edwin Allen people. DJ Cell Block. Bless up. Yeah, man. Kebran Muscle Solomon. Damian Kelly was in here. Shuku was in here before you. All right. So somebody was saying at Maxwell and then seeing that for the Flow Cup, it is seeded. But being so it's a seeding. So the one seed will not play it's like one play 8, 2 play 7, 3 play 6, and 4 play 5. Isn't that how the seeding goes?
Yeah, but that's how the seeding would go.
Yeah.
But I see where I got some info to that. I said that they're going to be dry.
Drawing, yeah.
Right.
Like a rough.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, right, and then that's how the numbers do it. So yeah, it's 2 parts. So you're going to have the top seeded, the 4 top seeded teams.
So for the Flow Champions Cup,
yeah. So the 4.
It's just 4.
No man, you're
4
going
and
to have
4.
no man.
Remember, you have country versus town. You
No,
can a
Country
country
versus
team.
Town, like 8 teams. The Flow Champions Cup.
Yeah, man. All right. So what my understanding is, right? So you have the 4 Manning Cup team, the 4 DaCosta Cup team.
Right.
And they just pull out and any 2 play any 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
can't
the
be
two
two
play
that
any two.
go play each other in the first game.
No, that's not going to happen.
No, you can't. You have all the DaCosta Cups are in one pot. All the Manning are in one pot. You pick one Manning, you pick one DaCosta. That's how it's going to go.
Okay.
That's exactly how it's going to go.
You can't face a team.
You can't face off in a semi.
Until
No, the only time like Manning will play each other or a DaCosta is in the next round. That's the only possibility. It can't happen in the first.
In the semi.
In the semi.
Right. Only the semi is the earliest, not the first round.
So, yes, man. We do want to go back to the point where I make about.
Right, because Garvey must say we'll get past CC as a DJ Cell Block saying that.
Garvey
I want to go back to the part where CC talk about. The one is man.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the part where CC talk about the 8 and the 9 D Cup champion, how much title you win and stuff. So you go down to the coach now, right? Because when me play States, as in a States Cup, whenever nobody want to talk about preseason, it's a big cup, right? The first thing the manager look on the team and say, yo, CC man, them do have 3 foot or 3 hand. Anybody else on the field with 3 hand and 3 foot, we could call the referee. Right? So no matter how much title them win, the coach have responsible to get the youth them mentally prepared for beat. I hard me going to one love in a States Cup final and win States Cup. So at the end of the
question. How much States Cup go on your resume? States Cup come like one little team up with man when a grandmother boy look at tea give and drink it,
No, but you hear me say I don't care what you want to call it.
But I'm telling you, that is nothing. That is nothing.
Nobody still going on in the resume and beat
we beat up JC and KC in a preseason. I know no come a Flow Cup in first round to come out. First round with them send home. And then we got Olivia Shield, JC, One Love, Bob Marley.
So CC, what you saying? If I go for your job, I can't write, so I beat CC.
It's there. It's something that you have there, but to be honest, for me personally, Preseason is preseason. It's practice. It don't prove
Preseason
anything.
just to get your fitness level up
Nothing
and
at all.
How
Don't prove
how
anything.
much ask you now? Preseason this year don't count.
Anytime at all.
no, sir.
Preseason, no. Because one of the things in preseason, you have players playing that time, that when results come out, sometimes your team changes up so much. You can't I never look at preseason like that.
You know, say
Because
Casey is
there's
the
so many
only.
things will change
You know,
once
say
you
Casey,
reach into the season. No, man.
Paul. You know, say Casey is the only school team that beat the Intel this season.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen,
Yeah, the
I'm
only
not gonna show
school.
you something. In our preseason game,
Yeah,
you
but
know, say you can make 11 substitution. You know that money, man.
You
Money,
can
man.
make any
You
amount.
can,
Any
you can
amount.
literally play 22
You
players.
can
You're
bring
gonna
on
tell me,
one
say,
team,
count
carry
that.
on another.
Well, and you're gonna tell me, say, 11 man play first half, Mannings, man. And 11 different men play second half.
the preseason is important for the season. If
Right.
Arsenal wins the Emirates Cup and get relegated from the Premier League, the coach is going to get fired.
Exactly.
If
Exactly.
if you win the Stats Cup and lose every other game and get 8 and 10 and 12 and 15, the principal is not going to say, hey, let's keep him. He won the Stats Cup. Da, 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 da. You're getting fired. At the end of the day, it only matters if you win the big cup.
Yeah.
That
But
year we got that year we lost 6 points. So
as a Wenger been a win FA Cup. And the same man them said, no, top 4 and FA Cup can't work.
FA Cup is different. What I'm saying is that, like,
No, I was saying FA Cup is prestigious, but at the end of the day, could not save him in
But
his job.
CC got something, got out coach in that Champions Cup.
Listen,
Finally,
Mannings, maybe that is the key. Because watch out, Mannings.
Hold on, let me just finish. Ziggy Man says, CC, you're smoking something. I know that CC could not beat my team KC, and you were only lucky not to get Furlov that you should have got. And you were lucky in 2000. You're lucky in 2000. Oliver.
Lucky I go on. Mannings, man, listen. Remember, very rarely CC wins the Costa Cup and don't win Olivia Shield, right? So when they really have a question, that it's very rarely happen. So 50% of the time, that's majority of the time we win the Costa Cup, we are winning Olivia Shield. But the KC game, the reason I said it was our worst game is because in that game, Mannings, man, we have never. It's the first game of the season we can't string 5 passes together. We look like Jamaica.
Yeah. But JC will be KC, no doubt. You hear that? So we have some JC man here, and then let me get a couple from Clit. This is what Ziggy man. CC, my team was a high intensity defense and very compact in midfield and defense. So your style of play should not have been effective against us. It's our style that should have given you trouble. Clayton Jones says, preseason year two not fully proper fit or fixed, and then Dintil had their bad game against St. Mary because they were the only team that give them.
they give less goals. They score less goals.
The least amount of goals. Okay.
Yeah, two goal them score. They play the under 14 team.
Oh, they play the under 14 team. It's easy. Boy, to find out. What? Sir Maxwell, something gone with your thing right there. That was you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hold on, CC. Yes, Sir Maxwell, that's you right there.
See, so see, lucky there, I guess something.
No, because I said it. We couldn't string 5 passes together. I'm telling you, we look like the current construct of the
Because KC stopped you.
Yeah, man, they'll stop with.
Yes, or no, then
They stopped us.
Yeah.
They outplayed us, man. That's why I said it was our worst game. They outplayed us.
Okay.
All right, worst game. KC just outplay.
You want to sign out and try sign back in, Sir Max? I don't know what is happening. You hear that sound?
What? You're not seeing me?
I seen you, but the sound, there's a terrible buzz.
There's a buzz there now?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hearing it?
No, it's gone now.
Oh, okay.
You're okay now.
Yeah, all right, go ahead now. So tell us about the Manning Cup. We have the 4 semi-finalists. Charlie Simit will be going up against JC.
And
Well,
stats.
let me tell you. What we had the other day. I'm okay. Volume, okay?
Yeah, man, you're okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you. One of the things that we saw where the boardroom decision that brought a couple teams through actually benefited some teams, where the stats team, especially, where I'm very proud of that team, because that team is one of the youngest teams in the final part of the business end of the season right now. And they have really, showed, what it means to have gotten a second chance. Mr. Butler, I feel it for him, to be honest. For his first year at Mona, take nothing away, Mr. Butler. You have produced and done well, right? But stats, as I said before, if you're going to beat stats, you're going to have to outscore them, and that was not going to happen. So once you're not able to outscore that stats team, that's, as I said, and then no, everything went apart with the red cards. But apart from that, no, we saw where JC and St. Catherine. St. Catherine was one of the, in my opinion, was one of the pre-tournament favorites, but everything just went wrong after a while, and they basically wilted to JC 3 goals to 1, and they are out. So they are, well, they'll be able to defend the Walker Cup. So I don't know how much of a consolation that is. So I don't
So
like how they make these cups into almost losers cups, but they'll try to get some silverware.
Sir Paul,
Um,
that means. Oh, continue.
yeah, man. Charlie Smith, that's another team that has done fairly well so far. Um, they brought KT down to earth. Definitely brought them down to earth. So showed what it's meant to be around the big boys, and the business end of the season. They did what they had to do. So, Charlie Smith has moved on. And the big one for me, from early, I said it. Kingston College, champions in waiting. They got rid of Excelsior with ease, basically. And so far, KC is basically, I think they're going into second gear shortly. Right? So at this stage, we're going to see some very interesting matchups, but it's looking like KCJC finals with, and I wouldn't say it's going to be competitive, because KC is still improving as they're going along. JC is coming up, and one of the things that I like is that you see the goals, are being spread out among a number of players at JC, so it's not a over reliance on any one person. So I expect to see something special, in the latter part of the season. This year, as I said, Ludlow Bernard, this is your year.
So, Sir Maxwell, so based on what you're saying, KC is your team that will win the competition.
Well, that's the team I picked to win.
Okay.
I
And in,
normally get it right. That's why I said from early. I can't see. There's no way. I'll have doubts with Dintil, but I have no doubts with Kingston College.
so there's no way you think any upset is going to happen in the semi-final.
Yeah, there can be upsets in the La Costa Cup.
There's no upset in the Manning Cup. Straight JC and,
Not
and
gonna happen.
KC. Not going to happen. What do you say, CC?
Thing with
What's that?
JC, I think JC seems to me to have another gear. To have another gear in them. Remember JC played against I'm not saying case against KC. I'm saying that Charlie Smith will find it very difficult against JC, because you watch JC versus stats, right?
Right.
JC was down 3-1. And JC had the wherewithal and the fight to come back and win that game 5-3. So if you're going to beat JC, I'm telling you, that's going to be 90 minutes of non-stop running. Non-stop. It's like you're going to have to leave everything out there, every blade of the grass, because they have been in situations that they have come back from against teams that I would deem stronger in a sense in terms of a stats versus a Charlie Smith. However, Charlie Smith is coming from a position where nobody saw Charlie Smith in the semi-final. Nobody. And anybody come and say that they saw Charlie Smith is the only the principal and the coach and the players can tell me say they see Charlie Smith in the semi-final. Nobody saw Charlie Smith in the semi-final. So for the mere fact that Charlie Smith had what it took to get to the semi-final round, there's a possibility because football is played on the pitch and not on the paper. So there's a possibility that Charlie Smith can upset JC. But as I said before, watching that JC team, it's going to be very difficult for Charlie Smith. But I give Charlie Smith a 40%. I would say I give Charlie Smith, it's 50-50 if you go on the field, but I give Charlie Smith a good chance at upsetting the apple cart because up to this point, nobody gave them an opportunity. And maybe that bold, that was good for them. But as I said before, nobody gave them the opportunity. They found a way and they are here right now. Even Calabar, all of those teams. Remember, Marines, I tell you Calabar. You know, you say Calabar for what they are still in about. I'm just saying. Isn't it? Nobody said Charlie, you know? Charlie for the battlefield.
You know what though? I don't. Stephen Mitchell, where you get this information from? Because what we heard is that there is going to be a draw, and the draw is not taken place yet.
Because they continue to post it as if.
Yes, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Where did they get this information from, Stephen Mitchell?
That's his information, not the real.
Oh, he's suspecting that this is how
he's suspecting that it's going on.
Yeah, but as we said,
I'm getting my information from one of the teams. I got it. It's out officially. So my thing is not from speculation. It's official.
Look, Manins,
they're going to put in 2 pots and draw them. So that's
KC Charlie Smith. That's my final.
KC Charlie Smith final.
Yeah, that is my final.
Here, look at here, man. JC going.
Hey, KC, JC I got you, but the upset with me think is Stats beating KC. Stats is the only team. Stats is the only team that can create an upset.
Look here and see.
I don't see Charles with that create an upset.
Pierce not score double in that game.
Look here. Stats is heel. Stats problem is that their attack is good. Their backline is very young, but they have no former keeper. This is the only time when Stats, which has normally done well defensively with a very good keeper, they have nothing like that this year. So I can tell you, believe me, this is a team there. Stats will probably score, but I can tell you, who they're going to be going up will easily outscore them.
Look, as I said, man,
let me just say this because we're getting some unconfirmed reports that Shamar Nicholson has gone to Sparta Moscow.
Medical?
I don't know. That's what. So I don't know. It's unconfirmed, but let's put it there. And then I see. I just got something. I don't know. Maybe this is some. Let me just read it right. But this is official. Ian Osborne, remember who turned your back in the zone of death in 2015 in your backyard? Dintil Street. So it will be the Costa Cup. Group 1 winner. Who won Group 1? Dintil?
Yeah.
Dintil won Group 1.
Manins is Group 2?
I think Manins is in Group 2. Dintil was in Edwin.
Dintil. That means that Dintil won Group 1.
They will play against Manning Cup Group 1 winner. Who won Group 1 for Manning Cup? Who was in Group 1?
KC.
No, Group 1 was JC.
JC.
So that's JC versus Dintil in the Flow Cup. First game. Second game will be Group 2 winner Mannings versus Manning Cup Group 2 winner KC.
Group 2 winner?
Who won Group 2?
The Group 2 winner, hold on there.
Mannings versus
Group 2 winner isn't there anymore, I think.
Yeah, there were two groups in the Manning Cup, Group 1 and
Yeah,
Group
man.
Yeah,
2.
I know. Hold on.
KC.
Who won Group 1? Who was in Group 1?
From JC win group 1, KC win group 2.
Here you go. So the first game is JC versus Dintil. The second game is Mannings versus KC. The third game will be the Group 3 winner would be Garvey Maceo, who will play against the runner-up in Group 1. That is Stats.
Yeah, that's his stats.
So
So
Garvey
that
Maceo
means
versus Stats and Charlie Simit versus
whosoever win the group tomorrow.
right. So
Man is
those will
man.
I
yeah.
won't management. Nobody jinx it. We're saying whosoever wins the group tomorrow.
Man is man. Man is man.
Yes.
Somebody call me earlier and say nothing like that. A manager of a team in the semi-final. So, they're going to play the Champions Cup. Said nothing like that. No teams know who they are going to play. Yet. It's a draw. You're going to draw.
Oh,
You're going to
so
draw
here's
for it.
here's what it says. All right. I don't know. It says ISA Champions Cup qualifier. I don't know. I just get this. It could be inaccurate. But then it says after that, you have champion 1, 2, 3, 4 Wednesday to be drawn Wednesday, January 5th. Oh no, man. Oh no. All right. Oh
If you can
no.
see this,
No. Let me tell you what it is. No, this is not the draw. What you're saying is that
it's not the draw.
right. So they have two groups that they're going to pull from. They're going to put them
Same
in.
thing I told you.
They're going to put in two pots. The 4 Costa Cup in one pot, and then the 4 Manning Cup in one pot. They
Right,
don't.
because I'm looking at the same thing here.
Yeah. So they
That
don't.
person speculating.
Yeah,
No,
they
man, I'm
don't
looking
do
at
the-
it. It's not drawn.
They don't do the draw yet. So they're going to draw one Manning Cup team and then draw one Da Costa Cup team. One more Manning Cup, one Da Costa Cup. One Manning Cup, one Da Costa Cup. That's how you're going to have it. The draw will be on the 5th
Of January.
of January. Yes.
Hope it's not like the Champions League. We see Mannings
No, the draw. Hold on. The matches. No. The matches will be on the 5th. The draw can't be on the 5th.
Oh,
No, let me tell you. The quarterfinals, the Champions Cup will restart the schoolboy season, you know,
on the
right?
5th.
On the 5th, Wednesday, that's what, it's going to be drawn. And they're going to
On
have
the
the
8th of the match.
quarterfinals. And it's going to be played at Stadium East and Stets.
Yes.
8th
Right.
of the match.
Right? And then the Champions Cup semifinals will be Saturday, January 8th. And then with the finals on Saturday, January 15th.
You're right.
Schedule.
You're right, sir.
Come on.
Yeah. So
We have
right.
our inside sources, you know.
So this is not the draw. This is showing you what the draw going to look like. Coach Miller up at JC. Them can change them song. So, first, them say Calabar gonna win. Then them say KT. Who know?
Yeah,
KC.
Mannings, Mesita come in. It's being reported that Spartak signed him. So I'm not really sure.
Man gone Russia? Well, that's a yeah. Whoa. All right.
So, I'm not sure.
Man is man.
Yes.
Man is man. Somebody said to me, say, you were the one who said that Ochi will go through and another team, and that team you're leaning on is Charlie Mount.
No man. Anybody said that a lie? I said Dintil, and then it's going to be a battle between Ochiris and Charlie Mount. That's what I said.
He did say that. Yes, he did.
I picked Dintil. The first two teams I picked to be in the finals was Dintil and Mannings. Remember that? The first
He
show.
did say that.
Hold on,
He did.
hold on.
And
I
you
said
said,
that
you said
most of the customers. Yeah, man, he did.
and I said to you, I must be Dintil and Mannings are going to play final because
No,
I know Mannings will be there.
Hold on, man is man. I'm going to tell that person to video
Yes.
that part and
And
send it to me.
Send
And
it to
then
you.
we-
Yeah.
So we have the accounting for that.
Yes.
He's going
yes,
to send it. He's going to send it. He's going to send it. So
the
yeah.
first team that I
So
selected.
if I wrong, you have a time now for talk, you know, say if you're wrong, you
Of
know.
course. No, man, if me get it wrong, man. I did pick Calabar as one of the favorites. You understand me? I never liked how JC looked, but but JC looking good right now. But
But Calabar blunder big time, man. Big
well,
time.
but I still got it wrong. And it don't matter if the blunder or not, I still got it wrong.
Yeah, that one was hard to get wrong, you know? Hard. For you not to pick
Are
Calabar.
we here's the thing again, are we underestimating the other teams? Because look what Charlie Smith has accomplished. Nobody expected them to even come out of the zone when this thing started. They had Calabar, KT, and JC. They made it out of their zone at the expense of Calabar. People even had Georges to come out of that zone. Before everything started, some person was saying Georges, JC, and who again? Georges.
Georges JC Calabar.
People were even picking, I think, Woolmaz. Woolmaz was in that zone too?
No.
No. Right, and Calabar, right? Nobody had KT, but KT and Charlie come out. Charlie Smith has gone to the semi-final.
Look here,
Are we
people.
underestimating them?
Remember, Charlie Smith and JC has played already. JC dealt with them easy too, love, you know. Easy too. So don't forget that. You know, it was early, but still remember that they have played already. And JC disposed of them with ease. Wasn't close. It was line was sort of tight, but it was not a problem for them.
What they saying? See, Loud Music saying how Cornwall College stay. Oh, Cornwall College have to win tomorrow and hope that Clarendon College lose against McGrath for them to have a chance. So it looks like Cornwall are going to be not going through. They are going to have to play the Ben Francis Cup.
Man, what I think Magra give them a one love over Dintil tomorrow.
Who? Oh yeah, and Maxwell said Casey is untouchable. Believe him. Yes, he did say that. He did say Casey is untouchable. Believe me.
In CC.
This is the JC man who don't want to come on the panel, but he's in the comment section, and he record everything that we say about JC, and he play possum. You understand me? Because he wants us to underestimate JC. But JC, listen, after I saw, I think the second game that JC played, and how Duncan McKenzie looked, and think they got into the game, Tariq Jimenez, I realized that team, they are not, if they get it good, and I said it in the previous show, if JC gets it, everything going, they are good enough to beat any team, including KC, as good as KC are.
Hey, man. You see, tomorrow, I play with 10 men behind the ball and pray for one counter attack to score.
Again, so.
The whole Dintil man, they're going to support Magra tomorrow. I tell you that.
Magra. Listen, I don't want to say this in a man's mind because I don't want to make any ultimatum. You know. But I'm telling you, if Magra play with 10 man, I 10 them again. Because there's no way the 10 man can't hold in the goal. 10 man cannot hold in the goal.
I Linstead,
Listen, you see, if Clarendon College, brother, Clarendon College beat Cornwall College in Mobay. We beat Rossies in a Mobay. We have to tell about Linstead. You have to when you win a Mobay, when you beat a Cornwall College a Mobay, Manins, I can tell you this now. When we win a Mobay, instantly we have to leave Montego Bay. So I don't know what you are telling me about Linstead and them place. They're small stadium, a small stadium comparing to when we up there play Cornwall, and Cornwall have 1-0. And you only have 3 minutes left in the game.
I'm just talking off of emotions.
You ever experienced them feeling that? Have you ever experienced those feelings?
That's not a technical point. That's not a technical point. It's just feeling.
But let me say it again, Let me say this again. I'm going to give you a couple of things that I want to look at. I don't know if people know this. At Harborview, Davian Ferguson, and Ludlow Bernard are the two persons who condition Harborview. So you figure that these guys know each other game plan and thing. So don't be surprised if that game, JC, KC, if that is the final, goes into penalty because they are so familiar with their tactics as coaches. They work
True.
together at Harborview.
True.
From what I've seen as stats, let me tell you what I think about stats. I think stats don't care if they lose or not anymore because I don't think they came into this thinking that they would be able to have a chance to win the Manning Cup. So they are going for broke. I don't think they are going into any game thinking like, let's stop them from scoring. I think they are going into games. Let's keep scoring as much as we can. And if they beat us, and we get knocked out. When a team is like that, do not underestimate them. They have nothing to lose. And I think go ahead.
On your point though, Manins, that you were bringing up the other day, I didn't get to come on and say anything about it, but I think it's a critical point where the second and third place teams in the Dakasta Cup are going to play the Ben Francis, right? But the loser of the semi-final in the Dakasta Cup plays nothing. No, they play the Champions Cup. They play the Champions Cup.
No, yeah, but what I'm saying is that so you go to the Champions Cup and you lose the first game. Follow me, and then you get knocked out at the semi-final of the Dakasta Cup. The team that came second or third in their zone win the Ben Francis Cup. Who had a better season?
The team that won the trophy. Won a trophy.
So here's my proposal to Mr. Keith Wellington and the rest of Eastern. You see the two losing semi-finalists in the Costa Cup, they should have automatic semi-final spot for Ben Francis. The other teams, I think the other team should just play, and then when they get to two, they play those two teams.
Oh, you're saying that they should get a bye to the semi-final round.
Listen, you don't get knocked out of it. You can't be the first in your zone. First in
that's what they should. But Manins, you're saying that they should go back to what they used to do.
No, they never used to do that.
They never did that.
No man, they did. The winners got bye. You got a bye. You know, there was a bye. There was a bye round.
No,
I think there was a bye.
No.
In the Ben Francis there was a bye.
Yeah, man. In the Ben Francis there was a bye, man.
No.
No. Unseen, when I tell me said unseen, there was a bye. When Glenmore won it, Glenmore never played the first game. There was a bye, but I'm not sure how the bye did go. But there was a bye.
There wasn't no bye.
Was unseen. Listen, you're talking to somebody that watches the football and
there was no bye.
It's just now to me have the whole work thing and me not really have the time to move up and down like one time.
Somebody soon will make
I ride my bicycle down.
Somebody was
what happened is that there was a round of 32. So I don't know how it was, but you have to figure that I don't know how it was. But what I know is that I think it would be better if they say, listen, if you make it to the Dakota Cup semi-final.
Only semi-finals play for both trophies, man.
Huh? For both, you're right. That's what used to happen. Only semi-finals play for both back in the time. That's how.
It's no bye season.
Yeah. There was no bye. Only the semi-finals played for both trophies. So I am thinking, right, that if you're in the Manning Cup, Dakota Cup semi-final, why not get two of the spots? Because the teams that actually are the second and the third place team. Sometimes the third place team get 1 point. 1 point and still get an opportunity to win a trophy.
Yeah,
so
look on Christian.
Is it St. Thomas Technical? And who was in that zone? You had Stets. No man. From and Stets.
And Garvey.
From and Stets are going to play. All right. The other zone where Mannings was in, You have Monroe and Happy Grove. No, not Happy Grove.
Yeah.
No, man, it's not. It's Monroe and Happy Grove. Monroe, Mannings, Happy
Happy
Grove.
Grove.
There was one other team that Mannings played.
Veer.
And Veer. Veer,
Hold on,
Veer.
hold on.
Veer and Monroe, right?
Mhm.
Veer and Monroe, right? So you have Veer and Monroe from one group. You have just From and Stets from one group. Then the other group you have Edwin Allen and Edwin Allen, Dintil. Who was over there again? William Nib was over in that zone, don't it? And who? Who was over in that? Which other team? Was it Mark? Which other team was over there? But just look at the teams that go through. The point I'm making is that this semi-finalists in Garvey Massey, say Clarendon College beat Garvey Massey. I think Garvey Massey should be playing in the Ben Francis Cup semi-final.
You're right, man. You're right.
I was saying to you, man, that it's because them change the format so often. In 2012,
Christian Itos, yeah.
States got a bye to the quarterfinal. That is why you were saying, man, there was a round of 32. Then States, I don't remember if it's on virtue of winning the tournament, they got a bye. They played the winner of match 7 in the quarterfinal. They never played in the round of 32. So that's why I was saying that there was that in it. It's because they changed it up. They changed it up. Why it is how it is now. That used to be.
No, all right. What Stephen Mitchell is saying that he thinks it is fair because they are playing for the Costa Cup, Champions Cup, and Oliver Shield. But what I'm saying though is if you lose your first match in the Champions Shield, you have, and you lose the Costa Cup semi-final, you have nothing to get. But you would have been a better team over the season than the team that win the Ben Francis. So it's not designed for the best team to win. What do you think, Sir Maxwell?
Well, look here. To be honest, I understand the idea, what they have done since the last time when Issa changed up the whole thing. It's basically a consolation final. You understand? It's basically set up for for the teams that basically came out to basically give them something, a consolation. It's no longer, the prestige has been taken away from it as the knockout format. The Ben Francis and the Walker Cup has been that aspect of the Manning and the Costa Cup. They're basically just done as to consolation matches. I don't think, as you said, that seeing the team that don't go through to the finals, I don't think, no, they already have gotten a chance to go through, because this is something that's done in tournaments elsewhere in the world at youth level. They have a consolation round that you can win some silverware. So at this stage, it serves a purpose. Personally, I don't like it, but because it does take away from the prestige of the actual title.
That's one of the reasons I don't like the Champions League team coming down into Europa League either.
But I mean, this is the
two ways to have it,
This is the second time they are changing it, though, man. So it's like they change it to the semi-finalists only, and now they're changing it now to give the quarterfinal dropouts the opportunity. Because previous to that, then they would have 32 teams playing in it. They would have round of 32 in it. So it's like they're just changing, they're just chopping it down. But to me,
round of 32.
No, that is why I was saying to you that in 2012, States never played the round of 32. They played 7. They had 7 matches, and then the winner of match 7 played States in the quarterfinal. That's how they used to have it. That's why I was saying that Glenmore won it 1 year, and Glenmore got a bye to the quarterfinal. So you
remember, Issa, try remember, Issa has cut back on the amount of matches, from some
Yeah,
time back because the teams
yeah.
were
Since
complaining about burnout, that sort of thing. So they
yeah,
did cut back.
2014 when they stopped it. 2014 they started to make only the semi-finalists of the Dakar Cup play. But that is all it you before 2014. That's all it used to be when they used to have everybody have an opportunity. Because think of it like this, like for example, like I don't want to go FA Cup and those stuff, but I was just saying in the FA Cup, every team in England stand a chance of winning. Most teams have a chance of winning FA Cup. You have League One, League Two, something there, Championship and the Premier League. So you can come from something the League Two and stand a chance of winning it. That was the Ben Francis. The Ben Francis was a cup where it doesn't matter if you were in the Dakar Cup semi-final, quarter-final or not. You had a chance at winning a trophy at the end of a season, even if you never made it to the semi-final of the Dakar Cup. So you had an opportunity to compete in a. So I thought it was a trophy where you had more teams with an opportunity to win a trophy and not just the teams that were elite. Because then you would when it came down to the semi-finalists only, that would turn it into a Champions League type of thing. If you're going to say only semi-finalists could go to the Ben Francis as they had it a couple of years ago, that would turn it into a Champions League type of settings. And then the other little teams, why are they playing? So some teams they need an incentive for them to remain in the competition or remain a part of the competition. So I think that is why it was how it was. But then, as I said, Max, the ISA was cutting back on games and saying we're burning out, and I guess persons were missing classes. Because I remember, sometimes you have these matches, you have to left in the middle of the class day or from the morning, and gonna class that day, they are 2 days. So
Sir Max, let me ask this question. As we just segue into this, as when you look at the Manning Cup, how you think the final is going to be? Looking at these four semi-finalists.
Okay, going forward, right? Um, I'm going to be looking. You see, the thing is now, JC and Charlie Smith, they played previously. That's out the window, though, right? Because any results that happened that before is out the window. So basically, that's a clean slate. Um, but at this stage, defending champions, JC, they're going to show their class. Duncan McKenzie, we're going to look to see him stepping up big time, right? And I can tell you, I it was 2 love before when they played the first time. I'm gonna I'm gonna stick my neck out and say that it's gonna be probably even more. I think it might be even 4 at that stage. I think so. JC would be winning that by a very comfortable margin, right? Believe me in that, right? The other one though, although Kingston College are runaway favorites in a lot of people's minds and so on, myself included, right? But I'm based off of how I've seen this team developing over a number of years. The team that they're going up against, as I said before, if you're going to beat stats, you're going to have to outscore them. KC has the ammunition to outscore them, though. So the problem with stats is, as I said, the goalkeeper doesn't really give them that much of a chance in the matches. But I'm going to say that match will finish. Stats will score, but KC will also score. So I'm expecting that one to probably be 3-1.
So you're seeing JC KC finals.
Definitely.
Okay. And I suspect based on that you're gonna be picking KC to win the finals.
The final, yes. The final, no, that's going to be something else. I can tell you. Um, Two things can happen. If KC keeps the same team that they have now, I expect that they'll fine tune, they'll move right into third gear by that time, and they might steamroll JC. It's something that a lot of JC people won't want to think about. But as I said, I'm saying it now. It might be it might be too love. And that's he's saying it's going to be. It can be worse. It can be. But as I said, we will see. It's going to go down to Pearson and Mackenzie. And right now, I'm seeing Pearson improving even more now in the games and being even more dominant. I'd said originally that Duncan Mackenzie might be schooling him. But boy, it looks like Pearson might be spanking Mackenzie in that final.
All right. Parchment, Manning Cup. What say you? Who goes to the finals and who win the finals? And then we come to
Well,
see.
for me, Mannings, man. By stats, you have to go with KC and JC based on how they're playing and goals they have scored so far and stuff like that. But any team that is going to create an upset, I think it's stats. I don't think Charles Smith can create an upset. I think stats will be the one who can create upset, and it's quite it's quite difficult. And if you're going to pick stats, it's more likely a emotional or a gut feeling type of thing. But if you go with stats, KC and and JC will be in the finals for me. Now in the finals, ah, it's going to be a good final. I think the last 2019, Ferguson got the better of the coach from KC. His tactics so far, is good, and he's doing well as a young coach. I think JC will get it over KC.
So you're picking JC to win. CC,
Right.
what say you? Semifinals and finalists for the Manning Cup.
Well, I said my finalists already, and a lot of persons laugh. So they might say my pick was ridiculous, or I'm trying to be controversial in making an hot take in saying that Charlie Smith might upset the apple cart. But as I said before, nobody gave Charlie Smith an opportunity or a chance. So I am not ruling them out. JC, as I said, JC have been in positions where um, they have been in situations where they have been 3-1 down to a team like Stats and come back. So I mean, on the balance of play is a JC KC final. But I'm not surprised if Charlie Smith do an upset, because at the end of the day, all you need to do is win the game. You don't need to be the best team in the game, or you don't need to be outscoring a team in the game. You just need to win the game. You understand? Winning is the best part of the game, and at this stage in the game, something that you cannot have a draw game. If you understand what I'm saying, man, there's no draw game in this round. So it's win and go home. One and done, as they would say. Win and go home. And it's one and done. It's not even a return leg, or it's just one and done. So you lose or go home. So um JC KC final for me, KC to win the title, but I would not be surprised if Charles Smith comes out and strategizes, takes the game to a penalty shootout and wins the game, because winning is the best strategy.
Okay. All right. Let's shift over to the DaCosta Cup. Unseen. Let's assume that Clarendon College makes it through tomorrow. How do you see the semifinals going, and how do you see the finals going? Give us your pick. You're muted. Unseen.
I was listening to the person send the recording that you said.
Yeah, what did I say?
So I'm going to send it to you so you can listen.
No, man.
Them,
No, man. You
them catch
understand?
you. Them catch you.
Yeah, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
Well, they said that the central teams are familiar with Draxal, and you're picking Charlie Mount and a sentence team. that group will be very interesting and very competitive. But you're going with a sentence team and Charlie Mott. That didn't it?
Okay, not Dintil. And I said, not Dintil. All right, all right, all right. So, but
So,
you know what is funny? You know
I
what?
will.
No man, no man. You can play it from there, son. What? No man, watch it now. No, watch this now. So if I find the next one to tell the person that I picked Dintil for the final, what would they say?
Them can't say. They must have come and say it first. That may I say too. You have a point now.
Yeah, because
You have a-
because because I can find a next one where I picked Dintil. Because when you watch a
But
game, because remember I picked Calabar.
the thing is not man is man.
Mhm.
They don't understand that we are vloggers or we are kind of journalists. So we have the choice to pick different teams.
Yeah, man, that's
We
all right.
don't have a
But it's fine.
special team.
If I say that, that's fine, I don't have a problem with that, But I know that, so that video must have been the video before the game started. Because remember, we did a video before everything, and we're talking about what the
Right.
competition is going to be like. Before
Right. That's the
you
first video.
that was the
One of the
first
first
video.
videos.
When you started watching the game, you started seeing the teams because no one knew what the teams were going to be and who are the players who were going to play. And so
Right.
after that, we started hearing about the Gary Mills and the other Mount Pleasant players. And then
Right.
we spoke about those things. All right. So yeah.
But,
All right.
but that's the problem.
No man, but tell it. Listen, I love when they do that. It's like how top 10 come out at, because you see, you and I can't leave. Because we on this. But when a man come in here and say Edwin Allen go through, and then don't go through, all him do him just don't come back on the stream. You understand me?
But man is man.
we don't
Me
get
is
But man is man.
still up on the stream. And me,
But man is man.
yes.
Man is man. I did a show on it, saying that, somebody called me the other day and said to me that Eddie Nalin I got beat Dintil because them have the best them have the best striker in the league. Them scored 10 goal and this and that and really.
Hey, Auntie, you no bother with that. You all listen to me when me say Edwin striker can get into something there, didn't tell the team. That is what I said, I mean say it.
No, I know you me talk, man. Somebody called me. I know
I
you. Somebody called me differently. I bet me. So me say to them, say, I don't see Eddie Nalin scoring on Dintil. Oh man, seeing the biggest fool, in a sense. Ray. You get to me I come from? And
fanatic
Dintil
business.
Hey, no,
So
man,
here we go on now.
hey, that is our football. Listen, you see, in Jamaica, I was speaking to a renowned coach today, right? Big coach in Europe, in a top 4 club in England. All right, not no joke. He has worked in the system there, and he says that, like, even in Jamaica, if you go to a football field and you hear a coach using like the F word regularly to players, you know what a lot of Jamaicans say? I might disrespect the players them. It's when you go into the professional work environment, you go to England and or other places, it look like every other word, it's them words that the coaches use to speak to people. They're not discriminating because they're cursing the situation, not the person. The thing is that, like, don't I'm gonna say you're idiot. That's all right. Listen, me tell a man that Thomas Partey is a good midfielder. He man say me don't know nothing about football. He man say me a idiot. Me a dunce. Me obviously me can't read and write.
When you say I don't go.
Yeah, no, but that is just football conversation. That's not people. And they really don't mean anything by it, They don't mean anything, but that's just how football, and we have to get to the place where we don't take those things personal. Because
sometimes they go personal with it still, They put them in place.
No, man. Listen, it's football conversation. You play football, man, I'm gonna tell you, say you're idiot. Where you come from, you don't know nothing about ball. You understand me? Look what time I hear people say, "Who Ducky, what kind of coach? A Ducky that, a Duppy that, a idiot coach that." The man, listen, it's just people talk. You give that person a team, him leave it night first day. Him don't know one drill. So you can't take them things personal. You understand me? You can't take them Sanjay, I think so, not 100% sure, But I can always find them Firefield Jones if you so desire.
One high school
Right.
in Brownstown.
Brownstone High. It used to be comprehensive. But
Oh,
Antin, go ahead and give me your pick for the Dacosta Cup.
I'm gonna try not to be biased, or or try not to make management feel sad.
Me, me. Brother, all right, let me make my pick first. Let me make my let me make my pick first. So you know
No,
what?
make the pick this with me,
No. Suit you, brethren. Mannings are going to be in the Dacosta Cup final. If a man take that personal, I feel him problem.
Business.
And Mannings me go. And from listen, before the season started and I knew that schoolboy football was going to play, before I was familiar with one of the players on the Mannings team, before I knew their age, before I saw a football kick, before I knew what type of jersey them are go wear, me say Mannings are go in at the final. You understand me? No
Hear me
man,
here now.
no man from Intil, no man from Clarendon College, Cornwall College, no man from Glenmuir. Nobody can make me change me mind. Man in the final.
So what you use? I use gut feelings or I use stats.
Listen, may I use my mouth and tell you, say, man is about in the final. What more you want to hear more than that? Me not have to think it through. Me not have to analyze it. Me not have to bring up no stats. Me not have to use the eye test. Brethren, I'm manning me go.
no, but one of that in a
I'm
management
manning
problem.
on me name.
Yeah,
And
no, man.
and
Man.
and
I
thing
put
could never
away.
come and say film school a go final.
Man,
Never.
man. You have to put away. You have to put away. Through you got to school as a analyst, somebody who
And
analyze the
thing,
game.
they never
You
have
have to
the
use
confidence
stats.
in your school.
Eh? No, man. It's if my
Hey,
school.
stats then a
Listen,
man. Hey, stats then a man. Not time for you, stats. Stats then a man cup, brother. A man is me at but you have about stats. Stats then a man cup.
I use statistics. I use statistics.
That's not better.
All right, and I use statistics, right? You have to, as a person who analyze the game and I carry across, all the teams and stuff, you have to throw away. You know, your gut feelings, how you feel, you well want man to win. But if you go by stats, Dintle are the favorite. But however, it's a semi-final game and anything can play. It can go to penalty.
You can use stats. It's okay for you to pick. Nothing wrong.
All right, so I mean, I pick the team.
Follow me. I don't expect CC to go to Clarendon College and come on this platform and say that Garvey Maseo is going to beat Clarendon College.
No, man, no, that will never manage.
There you go.
Never. Manage, remember, say I was there from day one, and even I was saying to myself from day one, I say that even when we were in a sticky situation where it was a playoff for us to get to the next round, I said,
I don't understand how persons expect you to go to a school. Your school in the competition playing well, and you supposed to say a next school going to beat you. And that's a football, and that's a sports run. Listen, let me tell you this. You know when Manchester City and Arsenal is going to play the first game in January, who me believe will win? Arsenal, because he's an Arsenal fan, brother.
Someone is going to give me a team then now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give me a team then now. So,
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If Charlie Mount and Dintil were playing the semi-finals, who are you going to pick?
I'm not going to pick off a gut feelings. I pick off of them statistics.
Let me ask you the question again. If the semi-finals matchup was the Charlie Mount team versus Dintil, they came through the group, they came through the quarterfinals, they're in the semi-finals versus Dintil. You went to Charlie Mount, right? Say Oberlin. Say you are the coach at Oberlin, right? You are the coach at Oberlin, and you're in the semi-final and you see the Dintil team. Are you going to pick Dintil or Oberlin?
Dintil. School, man.
Let me ask the coach. You are coaching Oberlin Oberlin and Dintil are in the semi-final, who are you going to pick to win?
That means Oberlin a big side them time, you know.
Almost
Man.
Oberlin.
Almost
Almost
Oberlin.
Dintil.
Almost Oberlin.
It's
Oberlin a
Oberlin.
big side for each final them time.
Why
I mean a
me
big
know?
coach.
Why Mannings must be in the semi-final? I'm if you pick a next team.
Listen,
Because
Mannings,
you're
man,
not coach Mannings.
a simple thing, Mannings, man.
CC.
What I know? Yo, a simple thing.
CC.
Yeah.
See a man
Dead
say,
choose.
win this game,
Dead
straight
tomorrow,
Magra.
CC.
Listen,
Straight
a
Magra.
simple thing. If I see any Clarendon College man come on no platform and come say a side of beat Clarendon College, no past student function we keep, that man cannot attend. He's
Let me
not
tell
a
you.
CC.
Hold on,
CC, man.
hold on, Hayat.
Dead choose then.
Hold on, Hayat. I guarantee you will not see. This is the difference with the schools in the corporate area, and rural schools. You will not see a JC person come in any chat at all and say JC are gonna lose. You'll not see. You'll not see one. Listen, watch this. You would not see one person from KC coming here and say KC not going to win Manning Cup.
Listen, even judges
Why?
recently, I know the judges, man, they said judges was going to win.
Why you must have Dintil Oberlin at the competition and you go Oberlin and you can't say Oberlin not going to win?
No, Mannings, man. You see at that time, Oberlin in the semi-final. Big side, you know, because I'm a coach them.
Oh, so when Mannings reach your small side,
No wonder you a coach, Mannings.
it no matter how I coach them, brother. You don't have to be coaching the thing. At the school, me go to, brother.
But anyway,
Hey, brother, I get by, I don't transfer, me get transferred,
Mannings, man, the man them a laugh off of me. I call Oberlin in the competition.
brother.
I call
All
Oberlin name.
together sing.
Which school
The
you
man
go?
them a laugh off of me.
Mannings, man.
Where Ovaltine him go? Where's school name? Ovaltine?
We don't know which school. Yeah, you see, we don't know which school Auntie going on because.
Hold on, watch me now. Paul Maxwell.
Mannings, man.
And hold on, man. We need some player next year here because the program will kick off. So Oberlin program will kick off and we need
When
some
you ready,
player.
man?
All right.
Mannings, man.
Yeah.
Mannings, man. Mannings, man.
Talk, man. My ear.
CC, man. Stop your Tuesday, you know.
One love tomorrow.
But
One love tomorrow.
listen. With all due respect, I wouldn't want to disrespect McGrath, but McGrath don't have no chance, my boss. McGrath don't have no chance.
My coach is this better for him program, you know. By how you talking?
CC, man. CC, you know where I come tomorrow? The Lion, then I come tomorrow. Lindsay, the match I play tomorrow.
But I'm not tell us no matter which part we go, brother, we beat teams from East, West. Listen, any ground or full ground, we no response how we play.
The whole of these side I come out tomorrow, and the whole of Lindsay come out.
Listen, I remember, I'm show you this, Ayat. I remember a time when I did exam to go to high school. You know what happened? The day of the results, the whole of one girl, her mother come, grandmother, something their sister, brother, uncle, and the dog in the yard came. You know which school she passed go? You know which school she passed go? The same school where I live.
Yeah, I thought about the past, I thought about
Now I'm just saying to you that when the whole of the crowd come out to watch this beating, that go embarrassing.
That the man said what they were, you know, only thing can say McGrath, the spectator, you know.
So how spectators allowed now?
That one no 25.
They must have played the man. They say they will match play tomorrow.
The whole of hillside
I
are full of fans.
think the police can stop spectator tomorrow, you know, when the match play tomorrow.
Really? Are you then on YouTube saying that Keith Wellington listen?
Them can't see them, you know. Them not gonna see them. Them are gonna dip on the bush, Now tree them and them place.
Man, it's tell them.
When the match play, said some jungle man said the man in the bush and watch the game.
Yeah, man.
No, didn't tell the match play, man.
I know the jungles.
Man, never spectator can stop. Never police can stop the spectator tomorrow. So man is CC man. Mine I said tomorrow. Give me some money. I will go through tomorrow.
Let me tell you already, man.
Listen, what kind of argument that you come on for the thing about give man money, man? You can't come on.
Listen. I got to right because it come like I don't need to talk. Magra will not get less than 6.
CC, man, let's cash up party some money, man. I will let it go free. I stop in the chat tomorrow.
You're going to come around a dumb behold and go and watch a match when time you play.
I
I'm
show
going to send one of CC strike and then go score 6 by 8
Let
o'clock.
me ask a question. I mean, let's get back to the discussion.
Yeah.
Because what I want to ask is that I found the results of the games to be very, very unsportsmanlike, Mr. Maxwell. So let me ask you that. Like Stets were 4, didn't Garvin must say 4. Started 5-5, 6-6, right? You get the feeling, like I said, if that forward had stayed on the field for Stets, they would have scored 12 as well. All right, is something wrong with that? Or it is that St. Thomas technical is that poor and Frome got that poor on that day?
Something is wrong with it, man. Because
Business end of the season. Once you reach that stage, everything changes.
Business end, money end.
Experience, everything changes.
listen, something look wrong to me though, Mr. Maxwell. Look at it right this. Remember no, I was saying it, I don't know if I'm seeing early when I was saying that persons were saying the game was 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And I
Right.
was saying there's no way you can do that. Because any of that happens, then a team will go through on the basis of knowing that they needed X goals to go through. So you couldn't have done that. But then in the game, as I said, it's the business end, but it just looks, the Frome team just looked like they never played from the season start until them get 6 love. And then as managers, them just start play the game. So I mean, it's just the result because they needed goals. Is the result never really looked because they needed goals. But give thanks that both games were played at the same time. So any little nobody had were at a disadvantage. A man does no say to outscore our next team. So Garvey Massey doubled up their one.
Honest man.
Yeah.
We just get a message from somebody. So this is alleged.
Mhm.
Whenever they said that whenever the Garvey Massey team score and the St. Thomas technical team, the keeper restarted the games quickly, like in those as a goal score must take it and fling it to half line for the game to start. So
Yeah.
that's what they observe.
Listen, there was somebody at the game who said that when the balls were coming across the goal, the keeper didn't try to stop them. I don't know, I wasn't there, but I just find it strange that they have not conceded this amount of goal and they just started conceding 12 goals. And they were not, if you watch the game, they were not playing, they were not trying to win the ball. Same thing with the Frome team. So I think both games there was I don't know what they call, but I don't like that kind of a thing in the football. Honestly, I don't like it. I don't know how you feel about that. I remember some years ago it happened in the Manning Cup. I think it was XL a heap of goals to knock out one team. Was it that Prison Oval that was happening? I think JC was involved in that.
But Frome had an opportunity to go through.
No man. Once Garvey Massey scored, Froome could not go through.
Oh.
You
True.
understand?
But either way, man.
Huh? No, what happened, if Garvey Massey scored 3 and Stets scored 6, Stets would have gone through. They were tracking the game. Obviously, somebody was tracking the game. So as
Yeah, man, the coaches were tracking the game,
one scored 1. When it was 2-2, it was 2-2, 3-3, 3-3, 4-4, 4-4, 5-5, 5-5, 6-6, 6-6.
True.
And then after 6, the
Garvey
Stets
Massey was
stop.
Manage.
Yeah.
It look like a certain catch in the cover come though.
Okay.
Our school that St. Catherine. Last time I checked, it was Clarendon College. St. Catherine.
Which school you went to? Which school you
Look
went
at
to?
it look like the catch over there.
Which team you went to? Which team you went to, Hyatt?
Glengoff.
Huh?
Glengoff.
What Glengoff play?
Badminton.
They play D-Cup. They play D-Cup, but they enter this year.
When did they? I never heard them in D-Cup yet. They play
Listen,
D-Cup.
badminton.
Yeah. How far you ever go?
They never got through yet.
Badminton man them play. I hear me tell her.
All right. So it's the D-Cup conversation. Your school have got through the first round to join the panel.
Talent. Talent.
we have to take you on.
Management.
We have to take you
Management.
on. If your school you attend, never
Management.
never pass.
Management. Look at
People, hold on. People in the comment section, we're gonna have to take the rule, right? In the school you attend,
we know what you commenting on. None of them ball where Clarendon produce.
No man, listen to me.
All that school them produce.
It's
When
here.
more that time come in.
Hold on, Aya.
Where you say a while ago?
Hold on,
Eh?
hold on,
Wait just a while ago.
hold on. We soon get to that. People,
At one time, I win a Jamaica and a flow champion cup.
hold on there, Aya. Hold on. People, for next year's shows, right? Here's what we're going to do. When you go bring on the panelists, you have to ask them, has your school in its history come out of the preliminary round? If you have not come out of the preliminary round, you have to pay your dues before you join the panel. You have to have some connection with the schools that normally come out. What that means, if you're not coach, if you're not assistant coach, if you're not waterman, if you're not or water boy, if your baby mother not go to school, you can't come on the panel. You have to have some connection with a school will come out of this one. You can't come on anything I can't talk about other man school when a Glen Gaff never even come out of it. How many games what is the most games Glen Gaff has won in a season?
Man is man, he manager a family, man. He man jigs the king of family.
Okay, all right, so we get to go. Go through now,
Send catch. Management, send catch in the Copper Cup.
Nah, go Westmoreland.
And no, they didn't consider goal. Have a look for them thing there.
Yeah, man, we talked about all of that already.
CC man can go on top. Or stop him in the chat tomorrow and stay there. Stay there.
When last didn't beat Clarendon. Not more skip ahead still. So
no, I don't want to, because I was asking a very important question.
Continue, man, yeah.
Mr. Maxwell, so what can be done? Because I remember some years ago, I don't know if it was Excelsior was involved in it, but there was a situation where a lot of goals were conceded at a game out there in St. Catherine.
There was something with I think Excelsior might have been one of the teams that were affected, but I think JC was the team that benefited. Not remembering exactly. It's not one time, It has happened more than once. There was the one that I can remember very, very well was, I think it was Tivoli and Denham Town, where he had players sitting down on the field while the match was going on.
Yeah.
But these things will happen. You understand?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right. These things will happen because look here. You have to remember one thing, regardless of what the coach is going to say, these are kids. Some of the kids then they basically come from the other community. So when they know they have no chance of going through, some of them will have a team now that they know, okay, hey, we're going to let this team through. You understand? Or they might know they definitely don't want X team to go through and they're going to fight all the way. So it just depends.
So man is man. You remember the Denham Town and the JC game at Constance Spring?
That was a game.
They with a national keeper in Denham Town's goal.
That was a game that was a game, and then Excelsior was playing at I think Excelsior or somebody was playing over by Prison Oval at the same time. How many was it? I think 13-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I think there should be something. This is not good for the. It is really match fixing in my opinion. I don't know. And what do you think, CC? Because you are raising the point that the game must be played at the same time.
Yeah, because you want to avoid these things. But I mean, as I said, in the scenario where something that scored, maybe the from coach heard that something there, Garvey Massey had scored, right? And they knew that something there was a weaker team. St. Thomas Tech was the weakest team in the group. And from hearing that Garvey Massey scored, they might have just said, you know what, we can't win. So they might have it translated to the players on the pitch. And then the players drop their heads, and then something the State started to steamroll them because State still had the opportunity to go through. So it's all about communication and are these players willing to, and as Maxwell said, they are kids. So kids, them get a one, them get a bad news. Say, oh, a man reach on the field and say Gavin must see a score. Then a man say, say Gavin must see a score. By the time you reach 11 players over there, say Gavin must see a score. States say Gavin must see a score. So right now, States have the upper hand. From is dejected. So here ends the result. It's probably later on in the game From realized that no man, we cannot get embarrassed like this. We are not this bad. And they started to play.
All right, Maxwell, I'm going to 2 minutes for each of you to close off. Because next time when we meet, we're going to look at the best 11 player in the Dacosta Cup from what we have seen, and the best 11 player in the Manning Cup. See if we can form an all Manning and all Dacosta team. And persons in the panel, just get prepared for that. So watch some clippings and see if we can pick the 11 best players in the Dacosta Cup, 11 best player in the Manning Cup, and see which group would match up better. That's for the next show that we're gonna have, which is next week. But go ahead, Sir Max, and you yeah.
Okay. At this stage of the competition, most times this is when I normally watch the leagues because this is when you really, even with goal scoring, if you notice, this is when they start to track the goal scorers because everything that happens before, that's not recorded officially. So at this stage is when you see the teams that are prepared, the teams that are going to make that impact. And you see the better ball playing more in most times. So I'm looking forward to seeing the eventual matchup of the Manning Cup semi-finalists, and I'm not expecting any upsets. The Costa Cup, though, as I said before, the quality this year is higher than the Manning Cup by far. And I really want to see how those semi-final matchups, because personally, I think any of three teams, any of three teams can win the Da Costa Cup and possibly the Champions Cup, right? In the Manning Cup, it's just one team I'm looking at. But I'll look for next week and I'll give an idea how my best 11 are for both
So I was treating
competition.
that Professor Paul.
Hold on. On parchment, it is wrapping up. That's 2 minutes. So take your
That's
two
it.
minutes and ask the question and
Next
answer
week.
it. Go ahead.
We gotta do with somebody.
But just today's rapper, we asking the man questions. You want to take up your time. Go ahead. The man name him three teams. Next week
Yes,
you'll do that. We're keeping it in reserve. Go ahead, bud.
I keep it in reserve. For me, I'm using statistics to pick my winner for the League Cup. So I think Lintil will win League Cup this year. I share the same thing. I think the competition this year is the Dacosta Cup quality is better than the League Cup quality this year. Some good football playing in the League Cup. Clarendon College playing well. Dinty play well. Manning's playing well. Very is an exciting team. I like to watch them play. Um, well, I don't really watch Gavin Massey as yet, so I don't know. But I know Marion Gardner's style of play. You know, very very direct and similar to Jamaica, how Jamaica play. But for the Champions Cup, I think KC is one of the teams that can win it. Um, and Lintil. Those are my pick for the Champions Cup. Yeah. So for the 11, for the best 11, you know, um, I was going to do a show on that, but yeah,
You can
for
do it.
11 next.
You can do the show, man. You can do the show.
Okay.
And you can't make me stop it from. Come on, man. You can do the show, man. We can all say the same thing over and over 10 times. You understand me? Nothing is wrong
Okay.
with it, bro.
No, Cataract wanted me to pick 24 players from the schoolboy league.
That's
That is good.
that's
That is
different
good.
from what that's different from what we are doing
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the best 11 play and the Manning Cup, the best
So I wanted to do it. 24 players that have quality in the Manning Cup. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
that's
all
why.
right, CC, your 2 minutes.
Yeah, as I said, just look out for the school from Clarendon, man. Back on the rise like the 90s, But I mean, there in this round you have seen some. There's really no bad team anymore in terms of you won't necessarily see a 6 love, 12 love, and all those ridiculous scores. There's four good teams in the semi going to the semi-final. CC hasn't qualified as yet, so I don't want to disrespect Magra and those teams. So until CC has qualified, there are three very good teams in the semi-final round waiting on the Group 4 team to come and face them. So pretty much, as I said, as Maxwell alluded to, the Dakar Cup has had more teams with quality in terms of the four teams that is there, I was opposed to like KC seem to be a level above the rest of teams, even though JC seem to have a level to go up in games. So we're just looking forward to some good semifinals in the Dakar Cup and in the Manning Cup. So as I said earlier, my Manning Cup finalist is KCJC with Charlie Smith as an upset dark horse. My finals for the Dakar Cup is Clarendon College and funny enough, Mannings. So I have Clarendon College facing Mannings in the Dakar Cup final, and I have Clarendon College facing Mannings in the Dakar Cup final, and I have Dintil going into the Champions Cup final to face Clarendon College. So that's pretty much my 2 minutes.
All right. So well said, gentlemen. I mean, my prediction is that Mannings will get the better of Dintil. And that's just my thought. Support my school to the death. You understand me? But not only that, listen. One of the things I understand with football that when it comes to one-off games, a lot of factors are important to consider. The off the field preparation, what happens during the festive season in terms of the break. What are you going to do with the players? Where will the players be? How you keep them training? How you cut them off the Christmas cake and the cereal and the New Year's Eve parties and the dance and the sessions? How do you keep them in that environment and keep them focused on the goal at the end? All of those things are important. Now, it is at this point where coaching is critical. And I will tell you this. Some of the coaches in here, in the Dacosta Cup, they may not have the best team. Maybe man to man, we can say based on the stats, Dintil has the best set of players. But Lenny Hyde has had success as a coach. Have to give him credit. It would be like a Phil Jackson going up against Doug Collins in an NBA Finals, and Doug Collins have all the good players. Phil Jackson have one star, but he knows the triangular offense. That's how I see these big games. I see them as a lot of what is done on the field is the coach's strategies. I've seen better teams, man-to-man teams, lose games like these because on the day, the team that they were up against outwitted them because the coach implemented things that just work on that day. If it were over a long season, and like I'm gonna give you a good example. Like Chelsea's like this. I think like Chelsea can win Champions League, but they're going to struggle to win like Premier League. Because you see in those ties, it can go into penalties, all of those other things, and they win. But I don't think they score enough goals. Because when it comes on to these kind of games, it's a lot of thinking and working through on strategies. And the better tactical coaches with the best back rooms and management structures always come out on top, unfortunately. And that is why the same set of schools keep winning. It is, listen, it is, let us not fool ourselves. There's a reason why the same set of schools keep winning money in the Costa Cup and champs. It's more than what happens on the field. And if you devalue that, you do it at your own peril. And so I will say, Mannings of all of these teams in the semifinal has the least experience. I would not be surprised if because of that they suffer. Because the last time they were here was 2012. But if they have the right system set up around the team, they could spring surprises. And so that to me is going to be important. Listen, really, really. Go ahead, Parchman.
Do they have those things set up around them?
I will tell you this, right? I've been a part of, I always notice happening at Mannings, and I'll say this. In all my years of Mannings, listen, like, I don't know, like, these guys have been together, like, lived together all their schoolwork. I'm telling you, from the pandemic, basically, they have been living together in the same place. All of them eating the same food. If you look at the pictures with them, you'd wonder if, hold on there, I kiss the man. This is how close they are. They are like brothers. That alone will not do it. Right? And I'm because I can't speak to the backroom stuff at Dintil. All I'm saying is that don't underestimate a team like Clarendon College with Lenny Hyde and the kind of management they have. Don't just rule that out and say because Mannings play good on the field or Dintil play good, they are going to win. Because those other stuff are important. The tradition, I don't know, there's something about tradition. Like, it's almost if Rossies and Emerson Diggy Henry were here, I'd be saying the same thing about them. Because these schools, there is something about when they get to this stage, it's hard to turn them back. And I've spoken to Lenny Hyde. Listen, when it comes on to youth coaching in Jamaica, he's up there with the best of them. And Meron Garden is no idiot. So I think we're going to see good tactical football. Here, same thing in the Manning Cup, you know. Philip Williams, look at the Tivoli Gardens team that started the first game in the Premier League and how they ended it, finishing third. That's Philip. Look how many years stats with Philip Williams, I think his name is. Sorry. Then you have, remember that coach Theodore Whitmore wanted Davian Ferguson to be his assistants. That's how highly he rated him. You have Ludlow Bernard. And remember, the coach of the Excels, the Charlie Smith team is Eugene Williams, a fairly young coach. But when you think about that, you realize that a lot of this is the coaching and the management. So I look forward to it. And love to see Mannings there. And I'm going to pick them because it is my school. If Dintil win, I would not be surprised. But I'm picking Mannings. To the other game, the Clarendon Garvey Massey game, I think it's going to be the best game of the Doncaster Cup. I think it's going to be better than the final. I'm telling you. I think this game, listen, I'm telling you that this Garvey Massey Clarendon College semi-final of the Doncaster Cup, it's going to be one of the best games. I'm telling you. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. How I see Clarendon College play, and how I see the Garvey Massey team attack with Cousins and Cleo Clark and the twins, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. But I want to thank you guys.
One is man, must want to say one something.
Yeah.
One thing we know about Coach Merengard, I play one way. And that one way is just direct football and try to be possessive in the attacking third. It not change that for nobody.
Yeah.
CC, Klein College, I got beat and teach them.
All right, sir. All right. But listen, I want to thank you guys. This was a really exciting show. You make all Paul want to sleep. So, but it was a very exciting show. I mean, we had a man from Glengoff on the show, the badminton school, the Chinese checker school. We have the man
Oh, but
from we have the man from Ovaltine. What's the name? Oh, Ovalin, sorry. We have the man from All Together Sing on the
see
program.
you?
We have the man from All Together Sing on the program. You understand me? As well. Ovalin, a big singing school, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And then
And
good at
Eastern time too.
Eastern champs. Yeah, Eastern champs. Yeah. Yeah, so big up Ovalin and Glengoff in the house. You understand me? You don't know. Big up all the other school represented. CC. Them say Comedy Central, but the man them say Clarendon College, the real deal. You understand me? All the dental people. Listen, you cannot expect people from, but I understand dental. Understand what the thing gonna man. People from other school can't pick your school. Imagine a man I go dental and him get up every day and talk about CC. Wanna get him out of the school, man. Why you don't want other people pick on the school? Come in at the chat, come big up on the school like what Damian Kelly did today. And Mas Solomon. That's it. You understand me? Big up to all the Mannings people, all the dental people, all the CC, all the governments here. You have the KC man them, the Charlie Smith fan them, the Stats fan them, the JC fan them. What a ding dong battle it's going to be in the Champions Cup. I think it's going to be fire. I hope it's allow some spectators in the games there. You know. Yeah, tell you, it's going to be fun in
Why,
January.
man?
Year is going to be. What a weird year is going to be kicked off. January this year, you know. No football. Can you imagine all the football Premier League starting at the 15? Flow Cup, Morning Cup is going to be a ding dong battle.
I hope them let in some fans still because I tell the Mannings I lost my voice in the semi-final that they stole from us. we
Yeah.
lost the carnival and I lost my voice at Sabina Park. But I'm saying that I've seen some wonderful football since the Flow Cup. Like where you could actually see town versus country.
Yeah.
Actually, like not a one game, but multiple teams from country facing multiple teams. Like it's some wonderful, brilliant football, man.
Yeah. See, hey, yeah, what they call Steven Mitchell here, and see, the man said, if they change the name of Altogether Sing to D Cup, Oberlin would start get six in that too.
And his man, I better say him stop talk. You see when Paul Maxwell start help me out, just I better say him stop talk next year.
Why you
Different
need,
thing.
no, hold on. Why you need Paul Maxwell to help you though?
Some recruiting,
recruit,
man.
recruit.
No. Are you a coach or a recruiter?
You have to do both, you know. You have to do
No,
both.
you don't have to. You need to go to the school, take some first farmers. Play. Don't go in the Manning. Don't go in the Manning Cup. Play under 14 or the Doctors. Why you play Manning Cup or Doctors Cup?
I play Manning Cup under
Manning.
14 and under 16.
All right. What? So you play under 14. You play what they call it? Colts or Pepsi?
Cool.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Play under 14. Right? When you get under 16, now you play under 16 with the same team, and you play mm, Manning Cup. So ask them to give you a 4-year program, or a 5-year program, or a 6-year program. And
No, I'll give you that one.
no, you ask the school, say, listen, if I'm going to do this, I need them from first form. Because remember, no, by the time you get to fifth form, the government said no child can leave school until they were what, 25?
Hey, man, it's not easy.
What age? What age the government say can leave school until they were 19?
Manning's
19?
man.
I not even know any Mannings right now. Me tell you, I like a 21 it look like.
Manning's
I
man.
go plant him in high school.
Oh, you can't leave
Manning's
school
man.
until you're 20 youth. Look like them stop go school that time. You can't
Manning's
imagine
man.
year old still go school, high school.
Man is man.
Which school you go? Oberlin.
Man is man.
Which school you go?
Man is man.
Get golf.
Man is man.
Yeah.
Me want the want the TV match next year. I'm stand up in my jacket and tie. I'm still so yeah. Next
If
year.
they ask, I know you may get a TV match and get 7.
Hey, I
They're
want to
wrong.
tell you,
They're
man,
wrong. They're wrong.
I've seen players not bounce back from a TV match, you know, and I've seen coaches not bounce back. TV match, I one of the match them where you have your reverse game sometime in the morning. It's like the notion of being recorded. The moment is just bigger than the player sometimes.
Yeah, man. Anyway, guys, blessing. Much respect to everyone for tuning in. People, please, a couple of things I want you to do. Go and hit the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed. Please, 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 please do that for us. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the like button and share the content. Listen, check out CC Sports Lab. That's his platform. You understand me? Check out Unseen Sports TV. Like I said earlier today, you don't have to be loyal with the subscription. Subscribe to every platform out there providing content, right? You can be loyal with the eyes. You don't have to be loyal with your fingers. Just hit the subscribe button on the People channel. And because it don't matter. It really don't matter, you know. Subscribe to the Youth Them channel. Subscribe to the platforms, man. And help our next youth to build him thing. You understand me? The rest of vloggers, them, you understand me? Tell the people them the same thing, man. You have a lot of people. Listen, the people who you ask to subscribe to CC or Unseen or to Management, them still going to come watch your content. If they're subscribing, don't change that. You understand me? Let the people know that we are all in this together. And I always say that. So if you're a subscriber here, you understand me? Just hit the subscribe. You don't even have to touch the notification bell if you don't want a notification. But please, I ask you, I implore you, subscribe and support other people's work. You understand me? And subscribe to this platform. All right? We're having some giveaways for Christmas, all kind of things we're giving away. You're going to be surprised when that happens. We're going to do it right before Christmas Eve. I'm going to surprise you. We have some stuff to give away. We could be giving away lots and lots of, you understand me. Anyways, people, tomorrow, CC versus McGrath. And the man from Glen Goff saying that there's no way Jigsy King, G and G, CC dead down out. McGrath, Jigsy King will be there. Coach Minzy will be there shouting on the team.
Yo, we can't believe.
All right, but we leave you with a word from our sponsors, Trick Nick. Trick Nick is a Jamaican-owned and operated company in Canada. They use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products, and they're offering 25% discount on all their products for this festive season. And all you have to do is shop at www.tricknick.ca. And when you go there, use this code. I am sure sports 001. I am sure sports 001. That is one word. You'll get recipe book pens and you'll get all the products you purchase shipped to you at a low cost of around $63. You get jerk paste, barbecue sauce, hot pepper sauce, curry paste. And 2 other products that are there, jerk marinade. It's all there for you to get. Check them out. Show them some love. They are the sponsors for this video. And I want to leave you with a word from them so you can get a feel of what their products are like.
Jerk marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade: 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.